Hello viewers, this is Mr.C Racing here. Today we're going to be racing around Sunset Peninsula. We're in the Miata Spec series, and we're going to see how we do on this track. We're starting in 18th place. This is a pretty good lobby here. Mr. Big Boy Bray up front was putting down 1.11s in the qualifying, so we're pretty quick out here. I'm not that quick, but we're going to see how well we can do out here. We're going to be taking a outside line on this embankment, running through this first embankment here. And my primary reason for doing this is that I see all these cars on the inside. I want to be taking an alternative line than those guys. So I'm going to take a kind of easy braking line going into here. I see them collecting themselves on the outside. I take that inside line. I see the same thing happening throughout this corner. So I'm trying to take that inside line there, but I do hit the guy in front of me. Sorry, buddy. And we're coasting through those two guys there. They got held up with each other. And we're eventually just going to fall into line in this train here. Now, for the first lap in Forza Horizon, I honestly recommend doing this throughout any race. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a Miata Spec Series or if you're in, you know, the GT lobbies or whatever it might be. Taking it easy throughout T1 and throughout your first lap is going to pay off huge dividends for you. Like, it is the best thing. So here we are, end of the first lap, crossing the start-finish line, and we're all the way up to 8th place. So that's a 10 position gains in that first lap, primarily due to us, one, staying out of the thick of it, and taking an alternative line to stay away from those guys. Once again, I'm going to take this higher route here. I don't know why, but I really thought that this was the faster line here. I think it is if you're in fast cars. I think that coming down off this embankment leaves you with more speed on the exit. But in the Miata series, I think I end up being wrong here. I think it's better to take that inside line. These cars are so light, and honestly, you're not really going that fast anyway. So you're able to take that corner more fast than I did there. Throughout this middle section, I felt really confident here. This was a good section for me. Here, you want to miss that corner on the inside, because if you hit that curve, it will push you out wide. That little white line on my right there, you can cross that actually, and it's a more efficient line. Here, we're sliding a little too much. Yeah, it wasn't that great, but I do have better lines going throughout there through the other laps. And we're back on the start-finish straight. So now we're going to take down our next guy ahead of us. We're trying to keep Hugh behind us. He has a 1-second penalty. I'm really not that worried about that guy. I know that I'm faster than him, and he's going to catch me a little bit down the start-finish line. I think he had a better exit out of that final corner than I did. But I'm mainly concentrating on the guy ahead of me. This is where my brain's at. I need to get this guy. So here we are. I'm braking right at that point where we go off the embankment to the flat tarmac, and then bring myself in, trying to hit that curb on the inside. I missed it there, and then just pulling a lot of speed down the straight. If you're able to hit the curb on the inside of that corner, you can pull more speed on the straight, so that's why I'm trying to do that. Braking in here, straight line, braking straight line, and then powering out of this corner, and we're right on this guy. He had a really wide line going throughout that last corner. Easy pickups. There we go. There, right there, I crossed that white line on the right. Easy line there as well. We did a little wide, but that's all right. We're within drafting distance of the guy ahead of me, so I'm not too worried. We did our job throughout that lap. We caught this guy. All right, so now it's going to be a mission of getting by this guy. The more that we're behind him, the more we're getting held up, and we're gonna figure out a good opportunity to take this guy. Now, this is also something you want to pay attention to when you're racing in Forza, is that when you're close racing with people, race etiquette really is not their priority. Most of the time, they don't want to see you go by them. So either you need to pick a time to go by them in braking, where you know you can outbrake them, or you need to pick a time to go by them when they make a mistake and you can capitalize on it. So going throughout this S section right here, I knew I didn't want to be side by side because I would just shunt him wide, or maybe he would shunt me wide and I'm going to the barrier. But I knew that he was always making a mistake going into that corner, so there we go. Made the same mistake, I'm able to capitalize on it. Now we're off to the next victim. There we go. That's the line you want going to there. So you saw it barely touched the curb on the inside line there. And now we're closing up pretty quick to the guy ahead of me. So this guy ahead of me right here, Big Boy Bray, I mentioned him at the beginning. He was pole position at the beginning of our race. So I know this guy's fast. He is not my competitor. He is significantly better at this than I am. And you'll see this right here. I think he's going to pull alongside, and he's going to get me on the embankment. Now here, he does veer a little wide, and he does make contact with me. That wasn't the nicest of him. I know he's a good driver, so I'm just, it's okay. I'm just going to try and keep in his footsteps. I want to see where he's braking. I want to see what lines he's taking so that I can start improving my time. And here we are, following through the S's. This is another alright line. You see, I pushed a little wide. I'm drifting throughout here. That's not what you want to be doing. I probably lost a tenth or two there. I'm going to cross this white line on the inside, optimize that to be as straight as possible, and then get a good exit here. So I'm hoping that Big Boy Bray over there, I'm hoping that he causes some contact with the guy ahead of him. Because the more contact that they have, the slower they're going. It looks like he got by without contact, so not the best for me. And the guy that I passed most recently, Valen Cool, looks like he's about 1.3 seconds behind me. He doesn't have a penalty. Boom, 1.4 seconds now. I'm not too worried about him. We're taking the inside line now on this embankment, so this is definitely a faster line. I start braking directly when that embankment goes to the flat tarmac. I'm able to hold a lot of speed through the exit of that corner, and then a little too much speed. You see me pulling myself off in the grass. I'm going to collect a penalty here. Not that bad. 1/10. Nothing to really scream about. Heavy braking, straight line, another straight line braking. Try and hit my acceleration point here. Full on the gas. Let's go. Get the momentum down. Come on, Miata. I need you to push it, kid. Let's go. Braking straight line, turning in. Good job. Little sloppy exit there. Once again, I need to work on that exit. That was not my best. Not my best corner. So here, going into lap 7. We have 2 more laps around this race. We have 3 cars right ahead of us. Joker right ahead of us. He looks pretty fast, and so does the guy ahead of him. And it looks like Big Boy Beret, the blue car, is just going by that red car. So he's finally getting away. So it's going to be us, Joker, the white car, and the red car. And I'm hoping that these 3 guys all fight it out. I mean, this is what I need. I'm 5 tenths up on my fastest lap. I am catching these guys. Alrighty, you see, yeah, here we are, late braking in. I'm really able to catch up to them pretty quickly during that S turn sequence. Crossing that white line again, trying to create as straight a line as possible. Taking some curve on this, that's what sets the back of your car. So it wasn't that great. And look, here you go. These 2 cars up ahead, they're fighting, pushing each other to the left of the track as much as possible. You see him sliding now. So Joker's now caught up to them. He's taking the inside. He's now ahead of all of them. I'm coming up. Inside line here is the fastest, but I'm going to take the outside line. I know that these guys are taking the inside. And I'm going to get shunted here a little bit. Not too bad. Once again, it's not that bad of contact. It's nothing to be that mad about. Nothing to react on. And I'm going to take some space here. And that's why you take space. Those 3 guys collect each other on the outside of that corner. I was able to take the inside line. Just let them take each other out. And now I'm powering down the straight. Joker is 1 second behind me. I have a 10th penalty. I am safe. Even with the penalty, who cares, All I got to do is stay confident throughout this lap. I know I can do this race. I know I can do this lap well, and that's all we need to do. And eventually we're going to come home in the 4th place. Here we go. A little slide throughout the last corner. Not too bad. Joker's 1.3 seconds behind me. Didn't stand a chance. So that was a pretty good race. If you guys enjoy this content, leave a comment below. Let me know. Like and subscribe. If you guys want to see me race specific cars or do a specific series in Forza, also give me a shout. Any engagement is great engagement for new channels. So please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you. Bye bye.